Hi there. So this is part two. In last week, we were looking at just acknowledging the inner critic. So I hope you were able to do that without judgment, and just be noticing, I'm comparing myself to X, or this is my inner critic speaking. So the steps to breaking the cycle of comparisons, comparing and despairing. The first one, as we started last week, is acknowledging that inner critic that's engaging in comparisons with others or comparing yourself to how you should be, think you should be by now, or how you used to be. So those are the aspects that we discussed last time. And in this sort of brief session, what I'm looking at now is challenging the narrative. So when you recognize it's your inner critic speaking, and your inner critic, that inner voice, is not necessarily accurate, truthful, or representational of you, then you have the opportunity, that's the right word, to change. You have the chance to do it differently. You can choose the narrative. That's the key. Is this true? What evidence do I have to say that I'm less than that person? What parameters am I using? How am I telling myself that I'm less than them based on just one video that I'm seeing on YouTube or Instagram? Is that fair or reasonable? So reframing the comparisons by focusing on what makes you unique and valuable. And I'm going to look at that more in the next sort of session that I'm going to be doing with you, which is finding your own voice, finding your own presence. So, but in this one, it's reframing those comparisons. So speak to yourself as you would a close friend. I use this a lot in therapy with people, a lot in my coaching with confidence. It's understanding that the voice we use in our heads is not the voice we would use to a close friend. The tone of voice, the way we talk to ourselves can be really harsh, really putting ourselves down, really unkind. And we would never, 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 never do that with a close friend or even a colleague. Kindness, understanding, that's the key. So speaking to yourself as you would a close friend is your first part of being more self-compassionate, really using your narrative in a different way. So you might still notice, oh, yeah, I'm not as fast as that person, or I can't pick things up in the way that they've done. They've really taken that on board, and they're really showing their skill here, and I haven't got that. And instead sort of saying, okay, I'm on a different path. I might not have the skills that they have, but what have I got that might be unique to me, valuable for me, even though they might have those certain skills that I haven't got. So it's about recognizing there are differences, but what makes me unique, what makes me valuable in and of myself. Remind yourself that comparison is natural, but it's not always helpful. And it's not giving you the bigger picture of the things you may be ignoring or not taking on board or negating because you are just focused on that other person and what they are doing. So if you are more focused on the skills, the qualities that you have, and the progress that you are making for yourself, then you start to see how you can make changes in the dialogue, changes in the way you're talking to yourself. So the things I want you to sort of practice are asking first, is this true? What evidence do I have? And trying to bring in and draw in, reframe by focusing on what you do in yourself. What evidence are you forgetting about? What things have you done that actually tell you that you're pretty good at what you do? It's just different from the way somebody else might do it. So really helping yourself to reframe that, and then speaking to yourself in a supportive, kind, understanding way, as you would a friend. Really train yourself up to notice the harshness and then bring it on board. Is that how I would talk to a friend? If not, how would I? Go through that in your mind and then literally speak it out to yourself. It really helps. So I do it for myself, and it really does make a difference. It's like stop, pause, recognize the inner critic is at work, Come back. Is that fair? Is this true? Is this realistic? What evidence am I not looking at? And then speak to yourself in a different way as you would a friend, reframing it. So yes, it might be true. Yes, they have, won that competition, or they've got the promotion and I haven't. But what can I remind myself of that will be helpful here? So even though that's true and I cannot change it, what can I do to focus on something that's going to be helpful to me? Celebrate the things that you are doing, even if they seem minor. What can I do today that might make a difference? Focusing on the progress over the perfection or the outcome. So that's the challenge I want you to sort of move forward with over this coming week, and let me know how you're getting on. All right. Thank you. So I'm Carrie from Carrie Dubber Therapy. So if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe if you're not already, and look out for another video in the coming week. All right. Bye for now.